What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Bitcoin Cash. I'm gonna be a little bit quiet, trying to let my daughter sleep. She's like right in the other room, like she could hear me if I talk too loud. She's 2 years old. She needs her sleep, and I need her sleep. I need my peace and quiet. So I'm gonna try to be quiet. Hopefully, you guys can hear me. I turned up the sensitivity on my mic a little bit, so hopefully it's not too quiet. 353.72 is where we're at on Bitcoin Cash. Shout out to the Dragon Riders in the House of the Dragon. This video. LOL Lomo, I know you did a request on the all-time highs for BCH, and this is not the video that I wanted to do for that. I'm going to give a quick prediction, but without any real explanations other than just fibs. 13K at a minimum, 23.2K is my expected target personally. I don't think we're going to hit 53K, but technically this is your primary target zone, that whole area. So anything and everything in this zone is possible. Doesn't mean you have to. It doesn't mean you couldn't fall short. Doesn't mean you have to go there. You might even not see new all-time highs by the end of the cycle. We don't have to stop at 50K. We could go beyond. It's not a requirement. It's just an idea, and it's an idea based on a lot of logic that I've laid out throughout the years on this channel that makes sense to me. I wanted to make it make sense more in this video. I wanted to lay out all those things in this video, but I really don't have time. I'm very pressed for time. I thought I'd be able to make videos for longer tonight. I'm already like an hour and a half over when I normally make videos, but I was planning on losing sleep tonight at the sake of fulfilling everybody's requests, but I can't tonight. It's not because I'm tired, it's because I'm worried that my daughter will just wake up if I keep talking, so I'm going to probably end it after this one, but enough about me. Let's talk about the short-term stuff. Let's actually get into this. So first off, on a monthly, bouncing off the 50 is really nice. On a weekly basis, the RSI did close above the 50 last week. We're below it now, but just barely. And with that Iran-Israel news that happened today, I don't think that we're going to go lower. I think if we were going to go lower, we already would have done it, right? I think this higher low that we had yesterday is nothing to worry about. It wasn't even a bearish engulfing candle. 5% move to the downside, and we're bouncing off of the 50 maybe, right? Like kind of a double bottom right below the 50 there, an area that we found resistance at before and before and before. Finding support now, it's good. The daily RSI looks good, higher lows and all that, right? We look poised to go up right now. We're definitely in the right position, so I think it's just a matter of time. Again, we could move lower. If we do move lower, it could be like to 330, but I don't think we do. We're at 354 right now. I think the next move to look forward to is something above $400. Maybe something around like, you know, it really could be as high as like 440, but something between like 410 and 440 is what I would guess. You never know. Mr. Hat, M Hat in the Discord, he was talking about, hold on guys, hold on. Had to burp. I had to breathe. I don't know what that was. You know, showing us some charts where it would make sense in a very short amount of time for us to see prices even above $500 or at least near there sometime over the coming weeks. Like it really could happen. If not over the coming weeks, certainly by the end of the year. But by the end of this year, I'm definitely expecting that we'll not only be above this high, but we'll probably be not just above $1,000, but at least at like $1,300 to $1,700. Those are still targets on the table. I know as we get closer to the end of the year, it seems more and more unlikely. But the thing is, when Bitcoin Cash moves, it moves fast. It makes these moves in a very short amount of time. Even this, which took significantly longer than 2 weeks, like it did that time, it took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks. We've got 10 weeks left in the year, so as long as we move up within the next month, I think we're okay. You know, that's all I'm thinking. I don't know if it'll take this long. It might be something in between both of these. Maybe it's longer. You know, it's hard to say, but I do expect it. I expect this next move to be bigger than either of these moves, and I'm gonna just explain in a brief moment why I think that. But again, not in super long detail because I am trying to keep this short. I'm gonna end the video soon, but all that to say, guys, I think we're in the midst of a move. I think we are about to break out. I really do think that we're gonna see prices not just above 400, but above 500 soon. I agree with Mr. Hat. I think we will be above $500 here. Definitely in the month of November, maybe in the first like couple weeks. Honestly, who knows, man? We could genuinely be above 500 or near there by the end of this month, and it's the 26th right now, the very beginning of the 26th, but it's the 26th, so it could happen. It could happen. This thing likes to move very fast. But the reason why I think that we're going to move bigger, the reason why I think this, like we've had a big move here, we had a big move here. The reason why I think this one's going to be even bigger than those two moves is because from an all-time high to the last cycle high, we've been following this trend line to a T perfectly. You don't believe me? Let's zoom in. Look at that. Right where that wick is, right where the high of that month was, literally right there. You couldn't do it any better if you tried. I'm not making this up, right? If we break above this high, we're breaking out of this consolidation phase. And this consolidation phase is very significant because it's lasted multiple cycles, technically 1, 2, 3 cycles, okay? Maybe the last half of one, the first half of another, you could say two if you really want to cherry pick, but it's at least been relevant across 3 cycles, okay? And the most significant thing is this is all of Bitcoin Cash's history. So not only is it a multi-cycle consolidation phase that we're breaking out of, that we'll hopefully break out of. I really do think we will. I'm just saying hopefully because we haven't done it yet technically. But I very much do believe that we're going to go, like I'm very confident we're going to. But the all-time history, this is the first time in its life that it'll be outside of that. I think this will be an extremely bullish event. I think that we will see a pump that we haven't seen at all like this cycle, right? Like it's going to be something more dramatic. There will be more volume that comes in probably, right? With a breakout move, you entice breakout traders, long-term breakout traders, people who might have thought Bitcoin Cash was dead or didn't believe in it or thought it was a scam. When they see this stuff, whenever they see, and I'm going over way more than I thought I would, but when they see BCH, BTC, also doing things that it's never done before, like forming an uptrend, right? It's only been in a downtrend its whole life. Now it's in a crab market, the longest sideways phase it's ever been in its whole cycle, and it's on the brinks of forming an uptrend itself. So when that happens here, when this happens here, I can't imagine that we would have a similar move to this. I would imagine we have a bigger move than those moves. And that's all I'm going to say. So stuff to look forward to. I got nothing else I really want to say, but Bitcoin Cash, you guys, I think it's going to do great things. I'm really excited to see how the end of this year turns out to be. Hopefully I'm underplaying it and we're worth way more, but by the end of the year, again, my targets by the end of the year are 1,300 to 1,700. My targets by the end of the cycle, which are going to be late next year, I would say probably about a year from now, would be anything from around 13K to 22K, right? 23K. I personally am expecting that 22 to 23K area, but we could go higher. It's possible. And we might not go as high. That 13K area is something to mention, is something to consider always, always. We might only see 13K, but I don't think we'll see anything less than that. I really don't think we'll see anything less than that. So new all-time highs or bust this cycle. That's all I got to say. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more. Thank you all for being here. Take care. Bye-bye.